Mao Yicheng was Mao's father and Wen Qimei was his mother. His mother was kind-hearted and always willing to help others. His father would have been classified as a rich peasant. He was born into a peasant family in Shaoshan. He had led a revolution to empower the peasants and restore strength of China. Mao was brought up in an environment of Confucianism, but reacted against this form from an early age, developing political ideas for modern literature. At age 13, his father organized a marriage for him with the daughter of another land-owning family. Mao denounced the marriage and moved away from home. Mao co-founded the renovation of the People's Study Society in April 1918 to discuss and perpetuate revolutionary ideas among students. Mao drank very little and only drank occasionally. He liked to write poetry and would mostly write about women. He liked to swim during his free time, and he was addicted to sleeping pills. Mao was considered a womanizer because he slept with many women. He was part of the military. He would become brazen about his female companions. He was a terrible economist, but a great philosopher. He had no friends, nor did he socialize with other party leaders. He preferred the British cigarette brand 555. Women that attended his dances were chosen because of their looks, talent, and reliability. He became attracted to the idea of communism while working in the library. Mao led a revolution to empower the peasants and restore strength of China. He worked in the field around his home when he was 5. Mao lived a very secretive life, and his advisors would only see him in meetings. He had a total of 4 wives and 10 children. The people he was around 24/7 were his bodyguards. Mao had his own personal doctor. He had a penchant for impressive schemes. His wife and him didn't take interest in their children and rarely saw them. Mao rarely had to do anything for himself because everything was done for him. He liked going on walks and encouraged others to go on walks too. He possessed relentless energy and ruthless self-confidence, which led him to become one of the world's most powerful leaders.
Mao Zedong was best known for his political life in China. He became an important figure in the Communist Party of China, also known as the CPC, in 1921. He later became the chairman of the CPC after the massacre of many of its members in 1927 and its relocation of bases in 1935. This was known as the Long March, a 6,000-mile trek with Mao leading the Red Army. In World War II, the CPC united with Chiang Kai-shek to fight off the Japanese invasion. However, Chiang Kai-shek turned against the CPC once he received the support of the US in the Cold War. Winning the people's support, the CPC creates the People's Republic of China. This is when Mao slowly rose to power, becoming the dictator status of our glorious leader, the great Chairman Mao that we all know and love today. Lesser-known policies were to appeal to
Mao Zedong's corpse lies in the center of Tiananmen Square in the Chairman Mao Memorial Hall. Hundreds and thousands of people stand in line for many hours to see the body of Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong still has a positive influence in modern China. Before he inherited China, China was a broken country with many crimes and rude people. When Mao Zedong died, the people gained more respect for one another. They have started to change. He laid the foundation for the late 20th century. He changed the economy of China from agriculture to industries and factories. His supporters credited and praised him for having unified China and for ending the previous decades of civil war. Mao Zedong improved literacy and education. Mao Zedong's supporters claim that he rapidly industrialized China. Others have claimed that his policies, such as the Great Leap Forward and the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution, were implements to industrialization of China and modernization of China. Mao Zedong's supporters claim that his policy laid the groundwork for China later to become an economic superpower. Mao Zedong is still supported by many members and people of the Communist Party, and respected by the majority of general population as one of the founding fathers of modern China. China to this day held the highest regards as a great political strategist and military mastermind due to the work of Mao Zedong. Most of Mao Zedong's methods are used to this day. His culture and tradition is what made China what it is.